Now let me say that one of the items in this bill, near and dear to all of us, certainly on our side of the table, was a path to citizenship. The last presidential campaign, one of the candidates on the other side advocated what he called self-deportation. That's a phrase to use. Basically inviting undocumented people to leave. It wouldn't work. It's impractical. And I think it's fundamentally wrong. Instead, we need a fair and firm solution, strengthening our national security and our economy that's true to our heritage as a nation of immigrants. Our legislation creates a tough but fair path to citizenship. Here's what it boils down to. We say to the 11 million people undocumented in America, if you can prove that you were here before December 31st, 2011, you have a chance to step forward. Register with the government. Submit yourself to a background check. If there's a serious criminal problem in your background, you're finished. Leave. You can't become a citizen. But if there's not, you can pay your taxes, pay a fine, live legally in America, work legally in America, and travel and come back into this country. It's a long process. They'll be monitored. They'll be forced to learn English to make sure that they can be part of America and its future, and their children as well. But we do this over a 10-year period of time. What we have today is de facto amnesty. We have 11 million undocumented, and we don't have a law to apply to them, not one that's being enforced on a regular basis. Our new law, if passed, will create a level playing field. According to the Center for American Progress, if our bill becomes law, undocumented immigrants will increase their earnings by 15% over 5 years, leading to $832 billion in economic growth and $109 billion in tax revenue. They'll be paying their taxes over the next 10 years. It also will create an estimated 121,000 jobs. So I sit down with workers, particularly union workers in my state, and they say, Senator, what are you doing to us? You're bringing in all these people who will now be competing with us in the workplace. I asked them to stop for a moment and reflect on the following. These undocumented workers are competing with them today. Today. You could find a bricklayer, a plumber, somebody to put on a roof in virtually any major city in America, and many of those folks are undocumented. They're getting paid many times less than a minimum wage. And they're competing with other workers legally here in America. We change all that. They come forward, they identify themselves, and they're bound by the laws of this country. It's going to help them ultimately, but it helps workers in general so that they aren't facing this unfair competitive advantage.